Hi there, my name is Michelle Jones and I'm with Get Confident Coaching. I'm an intuitive energy healer and a confidence coach. I help clients to create the life that they want to live and then to have the confidence to live it. Tonight, I'm coming to you, it's a beautiful spring night, because I want to talk about the fourth step in my Reboot Your Confidence program, developing acceptance. There's so much chaos and unknown in the world right now, and I want to just kind of hit on how do we accept the present moment for what it is. So I'm going to pull some cards and ask Spirit to help us with easing into acceptance. So the first card I pulled was Freedom, 5-5. So fives are all about big change. We're fully aware that there's big change going on. But what I picked up from this card when in reference to acceptance is that can we look at this as a way for Spirit or the universe to get us to accept or to own areas where we'd given our power away and we were actually slaves or we were bound to something, someone, structures, because everything's kind of crumbling right now, and any area that you were depending on someone, or whether it's like we're depending on groceries, we're depending on doctors and nurses to heal us, where we're depending on anything, like all of a sudden money is scary, right? So we're recognizing that at the end of the day, we need to be sure that we can always take care of ourselves. So is this really, could we look at everything going on as something that's happening for us, not to us? It's actually, while it seems scary, it's breaking down all the areas in which we were bound to someone outside of us, or because we are sovereign beings. We have God within us, right? So we are extremely powerful on our own. And so maybe we take a moment to accept that this is all, it's all good. It can, it can actually serve us in the end. So just a thought. And the second card I pulled about developing acceptance was imagination, which that has been such a theme lately for myself. I've gotten creativity a lot, but going back to imagination and acceptance of what's going on in our world right now, is there any area in us that can accept that this is, again, for us, not to us, and that we don't have to run from fear? We can hold it and go, this is really scary, but that fear lights us up. I'm a big chick flick movie, I know the movie quotes, something Divergent, where he's like, fear doesn't shut you up. He's talking to, I don't know what her name is, some girl in the movie, but he says, fear doesn't shut you up, it wakes you up. And I can just say from my own journey and life experience that when I was told that my dad had stage 4 lung cancer, I heard the diagnosis, but I was not willing to accept the prognosis. So that's a quote from the Heal documentary. But there's also the Serenity Prayer to accept what we can change and know the difference, have the wisdom to know the difference. So yeah, there's a lot of chaos going on in the world right now, and it can be scary, but could we look at fear as being the very thing that will wake us up to gifts and abilities that we didn't even know we had? And up until 2 weeks ago, people didn't have a clue that they could run a classroom with Zoom. And now I see Zoom everywhere. And so it's like fear caused a good thing. It caused people to start doing things they never imagined doing, or you didn't think you could do it. A lot of my students at ATA hate online classes. Well, when you have no choice, all of a sudden you figure it out. And so there's a level of the chaos going on right now that we could accept because it's creating imagination. Crisis comes with solution because it brings people together. You start, really opening your brain to new opportunities and new ways of being and thinking. So maybe all of this is happening so that we can be cracked wide open, and if we could just hold that space instead of the space of apocalypse, but maybe the space that anything that doesn't serve us is crumbling so that a new world can be imagined or created or manifested. All that's like easier said than done, but it's just something to ponder. And I always like to ask for clarity, so I used a second deck, and in the second deck I got magic, conception, and healing. I'm sorry, I can't remember all three. The magic, conception, and healing. So again, if we're looking at acceptance, is there any part of you that can hold both the fear and the excitement of something new emerging? Can we kind of sit for a second and know that death is the only, not the only, but it's a very real truth that we know is going to happen to all of us, and maybe we can just pump the brakes on the fear, take care of ourselves, accept what we can, eat the right things. Alcohol lowers your immune system, so don't drink right now. Do all the things that you can to take care of yourself, and then accept that at the end of the day, we're not in control anyways. I know if there's one thing that really helped me to accept my dad's diagnosis of stage 4 lung cancer and not like run around crazy and crying all the time, is that I had to take a breath and be like, he doesn't have any diagnosis that we all don't have. No one knows if we're going to wake up in the morning. So sometimes we look at people who have cancer and we're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry for you. But that's silly because they actually have a gift. The fear is in them, so they're living differently. They recognize what's most important. But the death is still there for all of us at any time in the day. So maybe we don't, it's scary, but maybe we take a breath and be like, nothing is coming for us that isn't really coming for us at any moment and any time. So maybe we haven't changed that much. Just a thought, just acceptance of we're not in control. We just do the best we can in what we can take care of, and we use our creativity and our imagination, and not being in a state of fear gives us more freedom to actually live and breathe. Just a thought. But anyways, it's easier said than done. I work on it every day. Acceptance is very, very difficult, but if you need support or you need to, whatever you need, reach out. I'm here to walk right along with you because we're all in it together, and we can all help each other become confident that we're okay. Wherever we are, whatever is happening, we're okay. We just have to stay in our center. All right, well, sending all my love and healing energy out to anyone and everyone, and especially the planet right now. But we're going to be okay.